Hello my dearest Claire, and welcome to your twin flame reading. So let's begin by gaining insight into the connection between you and your twin flame Justin. What are the energies surrounding your connection? Can we please gain insight into the connection between Claire and Justin? What are the energies surrounding their connection? Can we please take one more? Thank you. Okay, so I'm just going to set those two aside. Okay. So I love seeing the Ten of Pentacles because the Ten of Pentacles is definitely a happily ever after card. It does also have to do with finances, prosperity, abundance, success. So if you and Justin were both needing to experience more success in those areas of prosperity, finance, even physical health, I do see this as this is energy that's surrounding you both at this time. So just to be open to receiving this beautiful energy of fulfillment and success. So I find it not coincidental that the Three of Swords, which has to do with any third party, I'm getting like this is the girlfriend or his ex wife, accompanying the Death card. So this is really indicating that his past relationships, what I'm hearing is that they're no longer valid. They may be in process of like disengaging or disconnecting or separating, which may take some time in the 3D. But what I'm really getting is that this, like any exes or anyone that isn't you, their connections are invalid. They're no longer valid. So what I'm getting is that Justin could be with a girlfriend just for appearance sake or for the purpose of appearances. But there's definitely no love there. It could also be like in support of one another, that they need to have this connection because it may seem difficult for them to be single or on their own. So they kind of maybe hold on to this connection, but I keep hearing there's no validity to that connection. It's very for show and for purposes other than true love. So it could be even out of convenience, out of not just to not feel lonely. And so I'm getting like that connection with the girlfriend is invalid, is what I'm getting. And it, like the ending to those connections or to Justin's connections really will increase this flow of abundance that is meant not only for Justin, but for you as well. So endings are happening, even in the sense of your karmic partner. Things are settling so that there can be this final disengagement. And that's not to say that, you still may need communication here and there. However, the karmic tie that was keeping you to your ex-husband, that was keeping Justin to his exes, has now been severed through this Death card energy. So things will settle between the previous connections into one that will allow both you and Justin to move forward. So that is amazing. Very positive shifts. And because of this Ten of Pentacles is like a very happily ever after, happy ending. So that is amazing. I'm really loving that, like the ex is showing up, but as an ending. So whether that's current girlfriend, but it's already ended, any other connections other than your twin flame connections are ending to move forward. And I kept these aside to gain insight into a past life connection between you and Justin, to gain more insight. And so what I'm seeing here is that in a past life, you and Justin were married, very happily married, and then all of a sudden, Justin passed away from illness. And that was very traumatic for you because you already experienced some challenges in order to be together. And once you were finally together, Justin passed away because of health issues or an illness. And you never healed from that loss. You never healed from that trauma of all of a sudden losing the love of your life, and you hadn't healed from that. So you carry these soul memories of losing Justin right after union. So there is this fear that you have, this underlying fear that you may lose Justin after you come into union. So there has been other lifetimes where the same thing happened to Justin. So you came into union, and shortly after you were married, he lost you through some tragic illness or death. And so you both have this fear that once you come in together in this lifetime, that you may lose each other. So because of this fear of that trauma in past lives, both of you tend to drag out these processes of being in separation, because there's a part of you, both of you, that would rather have this long drawn out separation just to avoid losing each other after union. So once this pattern is broken, then you are both free to move forward into actual union where you can experience happiness and bliss without losing each other. Because you did agree in this lifetime that you would clear and heal from that past so that you can finally experience union and like living long, beautiful lives together. So this really is, it's for both of you about overcoming the past and healing from the past, because there was so much love, like so much love between the two of you. And like even now and even in your past lives, there was so much love, and the fact that you lost each other was very, very painful. So you both still carry those painful soul memories that need to be healed. So let's continue on with gaining more insight into, let me just grab a few cards from this deck first. Can we please gain more insight into the connection between Claire and Justin? Can we please gain more insight? Yeah. So I love that this card showed up, the card of love, because this definitely confirms your twin flame connection, how very deeply connected you both are. And the physical, sexual, intimate side to your connection is very fulfilling. It's very magnetic. It's very strong, very powerful, also very healing. There's a side of both of you that is in need of this mothering, nurturing energy. Perhaps both of you also need to have forgiveness towards your mothers. And so this is also why healing is needed, to heal not only your past, but also to heal other connections so that you can move forward. So let's see what is in Justin's headspace when he thinks of you. What is in Justin's headspace when he thinks of Claire and their connection? What is in Justin's headspace when he thinks of Claire and their connection? Oops. Lots of energy. So let's see what is in Justin's headspace when it comes to your connection. Okay. So Justin may be concerned with you having new love or having someone new interested in you. So it's making him feel a bit unsure, a bit insecure. It's triggering his insecurity that someone else, you may be entertaining like the idea of someone new. So it's because his insecurities are triggered. And so it may also be why he is having this perception that he is with a girlfriend. Because what I see with the deception card is that he's not being totally upfront about the situation. That there is something hidden, like they may have an agreement just to appear, for whatever reason, that they're together, but they're really not. Because Justin doesn't really feel safe with everything that's going on, that he kind of needs the support of this so-called girlfriend because he doesn't feel safe to be completely alone. Again, his triggers are happening, and it's like he doesn't want to be perceived that he's alone. So it's because he's very wounded. And the only way to help him feel better is that if people don't perceive him as alone, as having someone. And so this is, again, perceived as he's really remembering your past lives on a soul level. He has soul memories of your connection. So it is being triggered. He's afraid that he may lose you once you come into union. And you also have this fear. So you both have this fear of losing one another after you come into union. And he also wants to feel safe in your connection. And if he doesn't feel safe, then it's difficult for him to step forward. It's difficult for him to move your connection forward. Because I'm getting like, he feels like at any moment you would just be able to leave him. So he is afraid of abandonment because he has abandonment wounds. See how you could just like take off and he'd be left stranded. He'd be left alone, abandoned. And that's what his biggest fear is. So there are many reasons why he's still holding back. And they do stem from wounds from the past. So let's continue on with what is in his heart space when he thinks of you. What is in Justin's heart space when he thinks of Claire? What is in Justin's heart space when he thinks of Claire? Oops. What is in Justin's heart space when he thinks of Claire? So this one says, I embrace this connection. So this is indicating that he has so much love for you because to him, this connection is very important to him. He embraces this connection despite what his outer actions say. In his heart, he knows that your connection with him is real. I give you my heart. So you are the only one that he has given his heart to. You are the only one because you are the only one that he feels this way about. You are the only one that he feels this true love with. I do miss you. So if you're thinking whether or not he's thinking of you, he is, because he really does miss you. He really does miss you. I want to give you what you deserve. So he may be needing to improve his finances or increase his confidence somehow, because he doesn't feel confident enough yet to give you everything that you deserve, because he wants you to have it all. He wants to give you the love, the attention, the affection, the time, the focus. And he may not be able to give that to you yet at this point. So he's working towards that because you deserve to have it all. I forgive you. So this is really stemming from the past, even your past lives, where you abandoned him. He has this underlying resentment towards you for abandoning him in past lives where you passed away and he was left without you. So he's coming to terms with all of that, and he forgives you for those lifetimes where you left him. So he wants to hear these words from you for him abandoning you. I am thankful. So he's so very thankful of your love, of your connection, that he finally found true love with you. He's thankful for your patience, for your understanding, and for the fact that you still love him. I am hopeful. So he is still hopeful that you will be there when the time is right. So that is so very beautiful. So let's continue on with what are the blocks that need to be healed and released. What are the blocks that need to be healed and released in order to clear the pathway to union between Claire and Justin? What are the blocks that need to be healed and released in order to clear the pathway to union for Claire and Justin? Okay. So the first one says, I am healing. Yeah, and I think that, do we have this here? Anything about healing? Okay. So the block that I'm seeing here is this block to his own healing. And what I'm really seeing is that both of you are in need of this healing, because you still have underlying resentment towards him. You have underlying fear and insecurity that he is going to abandon you after you come into union. So this really stems from your inner child wounds of abandonment, because in your childhood, you both did experience some form of abandonment, and it was so painful because, again, you're remembering your soul memories of feeling abandoned in your past lives. So this really needs to be healed, not only from your past lives, but from your childhood, because it's an energetic block that is preventing you from coming into union. So these abandonment wounds need to be healed and released in order to clear the pathway to union. I feel ashamed. So you both carry feelings of shame from childhood, because there were incidents that happened to both of you that caused you to carry shame and and embarrassment. So your inner child is still holding on to these feelings, and these feelings that haven't been healed and released are causing energetic blocks to you moving forward to your true happiness and your true love. So this needs to be healed and released from within your inner child in order to clear the pathway to union. This says, I feel doubtful. So this doubt that you're having that Justin loves you, you doubt if he's your twin flame, you doubt whether twin flames truly exist. These doubts are very natural, and they stem from your inner child wounds, because as a child growing up, when you didn't get what you needed or wanted, you began to doubt that you would ever truly have everything you want. When the truth is, it is possible, and it's true that you do deserve to have everything that you want. So this pattern of doubt is a pattern that stems from childhood that needs to be healed and released, because it is energetically blocking your connection. So they need to be healed and released in order to clear the pathway to union. Then we have, I want justice. So there's a part of you that is really holding on to the resentment for how things turned out in your life and in your connection. So when there is resentment, this resentment become very big energy blocks to experiencing your true happiness and your true love. So the resentment needs to be healed and released in order to clear the pathway to union. So let's continue on with some guidance for you on how to navigate your twin flame connection, as well as what are the future possible energies for your connection once blocks have been healed and released. What are the future possible energies for your connection once blocks have been healed and released? What are the future possible energies for your connection once blocks have been healed and released? Oops. Okay, let me just grab that card that flew off the table. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. And then we had all of these that fell. Okay. Okay, these are amazing. Amazing energies. And so we'll start off with the guidance for you. So the guidance here is that the universe is saying you must focus on what you do want instead of focusing on what you don't want. Because when you're focusing on the lack of love, when you're focusing on feeling lonely, focusing on the lack of Justin's presence, when you're focusing on the lack of energy, lack of time, lack of money, that's what you're creating more of. So the universe is saying focus instead on what you want. So focus on happier thoughts, happier feelings, and positive outlook, because then that's what the universe will bring you. The universe is saying that you must release any deceptive energies in your life, and even in what you speak. Always speak your truth, because when you are saying any untruths, or when you're hiding anything or covering up something or not being authentic or true to yourself, then it's a big energetic block to your connection. So it's not all coming from Justin's side. There's a lot coming from your side that is blocking the connection. So it really is, where are you focusing your thoughts and your feelings? If you're not speaking your truth, that is also blocking. So the universe is saying you must always speak your truth at all times so that you will be in a high vibration to come into union. The universe is saying that you must clear the pathway of all obstacles. Another word for healing is transformation. So you must transform the energies, you must heal the energies because you are meant for union. This is also a card of inner child healing. So the universe is saying that you must focus on releasing the wounds from the past, bringing harmony back. So the universe is saying that you will have the courage to get through to the other side, just to be patient and to focus on you, and then everything else falls into place. Because once blocks have been healed and released, you will step back into your power and you will feel the support of the universe. And you will begin to see that manifest in your life as having everyone around you completely support you. This is also indicating that once blocks have been healed and released, this is optimum health on every level. This is also moving into a beautiful dream home together. And this is union, clearing the pathway and finding treasure along the way. Yeah, so this is also because when you clear the path clears for Justin as well to come into union, to move forward. Because these are both union cards. These are two union cards of the deck. When you pour more self-love into yourself rather than focusing on Justin, on what he's doing or not doing, you will come into union. Justin is meant to be the cherry on top of your beautiful life. So the more you pour love into your beautiful life, the faster Justin will be able to come into your life. And this is both of you sharing your life together. 8 is the infinity symbol for twin flames, doing all the activities that you love together, having this beautiful happily ever after. This is also a union card, celebrating milestones together, birthdays, anniversaries, recognition, awards. This is possibly even your wedding celebration. So this is such a beautiful indication that you are meant to come into union. There are just the blocks that need to be healed and released. And so I do highly recommend receiving the inner child healings. These inner child healing energy videos are designed to target not only your inner child blocks and wounds, but also the wounds from your past lives. And so they are designed to target them and assist you in energetically releasing them. So the first healing session brings the energies to the surface to be released, and the second healing session brings the energies back into balance. When you purchase these healing videos today, you can receive the promo price of $295. So that is for both healing sessions. And when you purchase today, you're saving $100. So I would love for you to take advantage of the promo, and I would be so honored to support you with the inner child healings on your journey back to oneness, wholeness, and love. So I really do hope you enjoyed this twin flame reading. Again, thank you so very much, Claire, for choosing to work with me. And until next time, I am wishing you so much love and peace.